What's up, survival enthusiasts, and people who clicked on this video because their heating bill is astronomical. Maybe you're lost in the wilderness and your matches got soaked. Maybe you're in a city during a power outage and your landlord thinks heating is just a suggestion. Or maybe you're just really bad at starting fires. Whatever the reason, today, I'm going to teach you how to turn into a human heat machine without burning a single log. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be so good at staying warm. You might actually start complaining that it's too hot outside in January. Okay, before we dive into the fun stuff, let's talk science for like 30 seconds. Don't worry, I promise not to make this boring. Your body loses heat in 4 main ways: conduction, convection, radiation, and evaporation, radiating away like you're a sad little human light bulb, and through moisture, which is why being wet in the cold is like nature's way of saying game over. The secret to staying warm isn't actually generating more heat. Your body's already a furnace pumping out about 100 watts of power. That's like a bright light bulb. The trick is keeping that heat from escaping. Think of it like this: you're not trying to make more heat, you're trying to become the world's most efficient heat hoarder. Now that we've got the basics down, let's get into the good stuff. The actual techniques that'll keep you from becoming a human popsicle. First up, insulation tricks that would make your winter coat jealous. The trash bag technique. Plastic bags are like the duct tape of survival. They fix everything. Boom! You've just created a vapor barrier that traps your body heat and blocks wind. You'll look like you're smuggling groceries, but you'll be warm groceries. Pro tip: poke a small hole near the top so you don't turn into a human balloon. Nobody wants to float away in the middle of a survival situation. That's just embarrassing. The stuffing strategy. Next up, become a human scarecrow. Stuff dry leaves, grass, newspaper, or even paper towels between your layers of clothing. This creates air pockets that act like nature's insulation. I call this the Thanksgiving turkey method because you're essentially stuffing yourself. Just make sure whatever you're using is DIY. Wet stuffing is like inviting the cold to a pool party in your clothes. The layering game. Layering isn't just fashion advice from your mom, it's survival science. Think of it as building a fort, but the fort is your body and the enemy is hypothermia. The key is loose layers that trap air. If you're packed in there tighter than a can of sardines, you're doing it wrong. You want to look like the Michelin Man, not a vacuum-sealed burrito. Extremities are key. Your head, hands, and feet are like heat escape artists. They're constantly trying to run away with your warmth. Combat this by doubling up on socks, but make sure your shoes still fit. Tight footwear cuts off circulation, and cold feet are unhappy feet. For your head, anything works. Beanies, scarves, wrapped like a turban, even a plastic bag if you're desperate. I've seen people use oven mitts as hats. Did it look ridiculous? Absolutely. Were they warm? Also absolutely. Now, let's talk about your home away from home. Emergency shelters that don't require a building permit or a mortgage stack smaller branches at a 45-degree angle. This isn't an architecture class, so don't worry about making it insulating worthy. Cover with leaves, bark, or whatever you can find. The goal is to create a wind barrier and trap your body heat in a small space. Think cozy cave, not spacious loft. Speaking of cats, they've got the right idea about conservation of heat. Snow cave mastery. If you're in snow deeper than your knees, congratulations, you've got free building material. Dig into a hillside or make a mound and hollow it out. Make sure the entrance is lower than where you sleep, because heat rises and you want to keep it up there with you. Snow is actually a great insulator when it's not melting on you. It's like nature's foam insulation, but less toxic and more frozen. Urban survival. Cardboard castle in the city. Cardboard is your friend. It insulates better than you'd think, and it's usually free behind any store. Create a box fort like you're 8 years old again, but this time it might save your life. Layer cardboard with air gaps between sheets. Line the inside with newspapers, clothes, or anything soft. It's not glamorous, but neither is freezing. Wind is the enemy. Whatever shelter you build, remember, wind is that annoying friend who steals your body heat and never gives it back. Block it at all costs. Time for some creative heat generation that doesn't involve rubbing 2 sticks together for 3 hours. The buddy system. Humans are basically walking heaters that complain about things. Share that heat. Huddle together, back to back, or side by side. It's like carpooling, but for body temperature. This might feel awkward, but hypothermia is more awkward. Trust me. Plus, you can take turns being the outside person who blocks the wind. Democracy in action. Water bottle magic. Fill any container with warm water and use it as a personal heater. Tuck it against your core, between your legs or at your feet. If you don't have warm water, even room temperature water in a bottle will hold heat longer than your body alone. Wrap it in cloth so you don't burn yourself. Nobody wants to explain frostbite and burns to the paramedics. Plastic wrap hack. Wrap plastic wrap around your torso and limbs. It creates a vapor barrier and reflects body heat back at you. Exercise intervals, do short bursts of movement, jumping jacks, push-ups, or just vigorous shivering. But don't overdo it. Sweating in cold weather is like giving hypothermia a written invitation. Think warm-up, not workout. 30 seconds of activity, then rest. You're trying to generate heat, not audition for an exercise video. The core focus. Keep your core warm above all else. Your body will sacrifice your fingers and toes to keep your vital organs happy. It's harsh, but your liver is more important than your pinky toe in survival situations. Here's where things get real for a minute. Your mindset is just as important as any technique I've shown you. Stay calm, stay warm. Panic makes you do stupid things like taking off clothes because you feel hot. That's your brain malfunctioning, not your thermostat. Stay rational, make good decisions, and remember that being cold is temporary. The survival priorities. Shelter first, then warmth, then signaling for help. Don't waste energy on tasks that aren't immediately life-saving. You're not trying to build a 5-star resort. You're trying not to die. Keep expectations realistic. Know the warning signs. If you stop shivering, become confused, or start feeling warm when you shouldn't, that's hypothermia knocking on your door. These are medical emergencies. Get help immediately if possible. The 3-3-3 rule. You can survive 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food, but in extreme cold, you might only have 3 hours. Respect the cold, but don't fear it. Modern advantages. Remember, you probably have a smartphone with GPS, emergency contacts, and weather apps. Use technology when available, but know these techniques for when it's not. And there you have it. How to become a heat-hoarding, warmth-generating, cold-weather surviving machine without lighting a single match. Remember, layer like an onion, build shelter like your life depends on it because it might, and share heat like you're at a very cold, very awkward sleepover. The best survival technique is preparation and knowledge. Practice these skills before you need them, because trying to figure out how to build a snow cave while you're already hypothermic is like trying to learn to swim while you're drowning. If this video helped you learn something new, or if you think it might help someone else not become a human icicle, hit that like button and subscribe for more survival content that might actually save your life someday. And hey, if you ever use these techniques in a real survival situation, come back and tell me about it in the comments. I want to hear your stories. Stay warm, stay safe, and remember, you're tougher than you think, even when it's colder than you'd like.